Check 1, 2, 2, 2.
And now, where indie music comes alive. Broadcasting live worldwide, plus on demand 24/7, and hosted by Hall of Fame personality Dave Pratt. 10, 9, 8, 7. The World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. Breaking the sound barrier with your Top 10 Weekly from worldmusicstage.com. And now, house lights down, music up. Now entering the World Music Stage. Your host for the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown, Dave Pratt.
Welcome to the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. We are officially in our second month of the countdown, and we are all about indie music, all about the up-and-coming artists that make great indie music. And we are all about the fans that support indie artists and indie music. A special welcome this week to all of the radio stations carrying the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. We have radio stations now in Argentina, Australia, Canada, Italy, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Nicaragua, the United Kingdom, and the U.S. Thank you to all of our radio station affiliates. We love you and we appreciate you. From the internet to social media, now to radio, we are bringing exciting musical talent from all around the world straight to your playlist with a download that directly supports the artist. So make sure, as you listen to the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown, that you download your favorite songs. When you do, and by the way, it costs you less than $1, you are supporting your favorite indie artists, and more importantly, you are supporting indie music. Now, we count down the top 10 every Saturday, and then, of course, the show will be on demand worldwide all week. So listen at a time convenient for you. So how do we select the top 10? To select the top 10 songs weekly for the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown, we use stats. Yeah, we use stats from the worldmusicstage.com site for the number of plays, activity for an artist. This is why we need you to be interactive and to be involved. Fan support is huge. Make sure you go to worldmusicstage.com. The more the artists and their fans are active on World Music Stage, the more artists get known. And in turn, the top 10 songs weekly are presented worldwide right here on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. So, are you ready? Let's get started.
World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. Song number 10.
Shauna McAllister is Jupiter Jill. Sounds like a superhero, doesn't it? Jupiter Jill, delivering alternative music from her home base in the west coast of Canada. Beautiful. Jupiter Jill brings a fresh sound alternative country rock with edgy, angelic vocals, laced with driving beats and catchy choruses. They've been hitting the stages the past 4 years with such legends as the Beach Boys and Mike Reno from Loverboy, bringing their own brand of music and fun. At number 10 on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown, kicking us off this week from the album Nevada, Jupiter Hill with Gasoline. Good way to kick off the countdown, huh? Shauna McAllister is Jupiter Jill with Gasoline. And that brings us to number 9.
World Music Stage Radio. Top 10 Countdown. Song number 9.
And number 9 is Regulation 9. No, we're not that creative to do that on purpose. It's just the way that it turns out. Regulation 9. Moving to Nashville from Alabama in the pursuit of a solo album, Rodney Knopfsinger, who's the lead vocalist for Regulation 9, he attended a heavy metal show and he met Lee Darby, the drummer, and Jeffrey Wall, bass player. They became instant friends, and over the next couple of months, they shared ideas and passions and decided to put a band together. Well, they wrote 6 original songs and learned 50 cover songs. Because to start playing to the masses, some insist on that. So they did both. After they realized their unique sound was turning heads, Regulation 9 was born. This band has hit the ground running on the Nashville music scene, and here they are. At number 9 on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown, Regulation 9 with Here I Am.
Time to let go, baby. Hang on to me. She used to like walking away. Now she prays for a rainy day to chip away at the block sheets stacked to the sky.
vocals there with Regulation 9. We have a good countdown underway. We move on to number 8.
World Music Stage Radio. Top 10 Countdown. Song number 8.
Reina Mora is the musical brainchild of singer-songwriter Leanne Melendez from Puerto Rico. Yeah! Now living in Los Angeles. Her influences are deeply rooted in Puerto Rico, though, and she blends that along with timeless music, that makes all instruments awesome and played live. She is currently in the studio completing her album Behind the Moon, and she is on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown line. Hi, Reina.
Hi.
Well, hey, part of the deal with this interview is that you send me some Puerto Rican Bacardi.
Oh, I should. I definitely will send it your way.
Hey, tell us about your time in Puerto Rico.
Well, I grew up, most of my childhood I spent it there. I loved it. I grew up with my grandfather, who was also a musician, and that's where I started writing songs with my grandpa. So I love it, and I miss it, but it's been a while since I've been there. I live in LA now.
Yeah, Puerto Rico still has a big play in your songwriting, though.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's definitely a lot to do with growing up listening to like baladas, all Puerto Rican music, salsa, merengue, and all the Caribbean style of music like bachata as well. So I think it just seeped into my music, as well as like I'm more Americanized than I am anything else because I've been in the United States for a while. But I do listen to my roots, like Anita Nazario and even Mark Anthony. I love him. So I listen to a lot of Latin music.
Yeah, and the move to Los Angeles, Reina, had to be great. I mean, for an industry move, I mean, it's Los Angeles. Yeah. Did that also widen your songwriting? Because Los Angeles is just a big melting pot of all sorts of different influences.
Oh, yeah, definitely. When I was 16, my first band was like literally a rock band. So I've been doing music for quite a while, and it's always, I've had like different hands in different varieties of styles. So I definitely am influenced a lot by different music, especially here in LA.
Well, you make the Top 10 Countdown this week. Tell us about your song, Brighter Sky.
Well, originally I wrote it as a poem, and then it turned into a song when I came into the studio with Omer Avni. We came in and we came together and started with a demo, and then we formed it into what is Reina Mora's signature sound, I think, and it became Brighter Sky.
What's the difference between writing a poem and a song? Because you mentioned that your poem turned into a song. Do you just kind of restructure it so it has choruses?
Oh, of course. I didn't even know, like I had the chorus already in the poem, but you basically create the melody, and the melody blends in with that. And I always start off writing poems since I was young. I was always writing poetry, and I think that has a lot to do with my writing.
Yeah, I always like to ask songwriters, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Some like to write the music first. You obviously like to write the lyrics first, correct?
Yes, I like to write the lyrics first. It's a little weird because most people are like, well, usually it's the music, but I'm more of the lyrics because I'm all about lyrics. I like the songs to mean something.
Well, Reina, it's working for you.
Thank you.
So at number 8 on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown, Reina Mora with Brighter Sky.
Every time I see this rain, the more I love you, I need you. In this life I had one dream, that dream was you. Every time I see your face, I feel so lucky just to have you. It's a version of me that I have never seen. You make me see a brighter sky. The future doesn't scare me now. I am not alone with you. I am not alone. You make me see love was such a crooked word, distorted and impossible by childhood, chewed up in tone. And as I pull away, I doubt myself more every day. Yet you still stay. You make me see a brighter sky. The future doesn't scare me now. I am not alone with you. I am not alone. You make me see a brighter sky. The future doesn't scare me now. I am not alone with you. I am not alone.
Raina Mora at number 8. And great interview as well. Appreciate Raina being with us on the countdown this week. Number 7.
World Music Stage Radio. Top 10 Countdown. Song number 7.
Sarah Dunn. She started her professional career in music at the age of 13. What were you doing at 13? Sarah Dunn was starting her career, her pro career. Her family struggled more than most with sometimes the barest of essentials. But these times, she turned into a positive. These times taught her the value of hard work, family pride, and cherishing those around her. While everyone else her age was going to dances, proms, parties, whatever, Sarah was practicing her craft, following in the footsteps of her family, chasing the dream of being a pro musician like her grandfather, Max Brown, who, by the way, had a Billboard hit with Take Time to Smell the Flowers. Her music video, If I Never Love Again, was shown on GAC, which is one of the really big country video channels. She continues to pursue her career in the country music industry, along with her band, RKM. As well as being a fiddle and mandolin player, she has now added songwriter to her list of accomplishments. And you'll hear why. At number 7 on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown, Sarah Dunn and RKM, You or the Whiskey.
I saw you staring at me from way across the room. I couldn't help but smile back looking at you. So what you wanna do? Something about you keeps my head spinning, spinning. Is it you or the whiskey making me crazy? Wanna show off a little, jump right in the middle of the track and do some all night driving down the back road. Wherever you wanna go, turn up the radio. Keep my body rocking till I'm begging you to kiss me.
Especially knowing her story now, you pull for somebody like that, huh? Very talented, Sarah Dunn. Number 6.
World Music Stage Radio. Top 10 Countdown. Song number 6.
Kristen Marucci, singing from a very early age. She's always had music in her blood. Coming from a large family where really everybody shares a musical talent, Kristen was molded to be a performer from really early on. Kristen's previous releases have hit top 40 as well as XM Sirius and internet radio. She's been featured on several European EDM compilations as well as a number of Abercrombie and Fitch retail compilations. How cool is that? She's a model, I believe. In the U.S., she's been featured on 3 compilations, plus made it onto a highly sought-after radio hits compilation with Mariah Carey, Alicia Keys, the Pussycat Dolls. And on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown line, Kristen Marucci. Hi, Kristen.
Hey, Dave. How are you?
I'm great. Where are you calling from?
I am in Staten Island, New York.
Okay. You've enjoyed you've enjoyed some success already. I'm just reading about you here and hitting top 40 charts and XM Sirius and internet radio. Congratulations on the success. Tell us more about your career.
Oh, thank you so much, Dave. It all started back in 2004, and it's just been one heck of a journey, I could tell you that. It's had a lot of highs and lows, but it's been really exciting, and every day's a new day. So the news rolls in. I've made it on a lot of different things, but writing has really been my passion, and that's where I focus most of my time on. And, it's just been great. It's just been awesome.
Yeah, interesting reading about the Abercrombie and Fitch retail compilations. And
yeah.
I know you're humble, Kristen, but you're gorgeous. And
oh, thank you so much.
You are a model,
Thank
correct?
You. I am a model for Bicoastal. They opened up a curved division. So that was an amazing opportunity for me because, I'm a curvy girl. I'm not a size 0. And it's great. We're very into, body positivity. And I've been working with them really closely for the past year since being signed. And it's been awesome. Like I said, it's been an amazing journey.
What's it like to have so much going for you? You have to be on top of the world right now, huh?
It doesn't feel so bad. It doesn't feel so bad. I'm definitely, trying to do my thing, keep my head down, keep working, keep pushing. It's a tough industry, so gotta have thick skin and keep going, keep it moving.
Well, you make our countdown this week with your song Masquerade. Tell us about that song.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, Masquerade, that's one really close to my heart. It was the one we decided to release first off the EP. And Masquerade, like most of the songs I write, because I write everything myself, comes from personal experience, like you're in relationships, whether it's with a friend or a loved one, and, sometimes people aren't always what they seem to be.
Well,
so that's where Masquerade came from. But people could, I love it, people could apply it to anything in life.
All the best songs come from personal experience. And at number 6 on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown, Kristen Marucci off her album Damsel and Masquerade.
If something's too good, then it probably is. And if it smells like a rose and looks like what it is, well, once upon a time you kissed my lips and silenced my mind. Like a thief in the night, you stole my heart, you're right on time. And if you wanna find the truth, you better look past the disguise. And if you wanna find the truth, you gotta sort through all the lies. Second guess all there was before. I wonder if there could have been more to this masquerade. Masquerade, yeah. Masquerade. Feeling like my life's caught up in you gone, gone, gone. It's like when your chest feels heavy and your thoughts are racing fast, trying to recall every detail of what once said throughout the past. And if you wanna find the truth, you better look past the disguise. And if you wanna find the truth, you gotta sort through all the lies, second guess all there was before. I wonder if there could have been more to this masquerade, masquerade.
I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to go buy something from Abercrombie and Fitch. I'm just going to, right? Kristen Marucci, boy, that's good stuff. And we move into the top 5.
World Music Stage Radio. Top 10 Countdown. Song number 5.
Can't wait to talk to this guy, and he's on the Top 10 hotline. He started performing 53 years ago, and I'm telling you, this guy's done it all. His big brother bribed him to sing in a band that he started in high school, but Stephen Wrench was more interested in football. In 1969, Stephen was returning from a tour of Boston College as a football recruit and spotted a sign on the side of the road that said, "Concert here." What does that mean? Well, Stephen decided to follow the sign, and he followed it to Woodstock. Wow. As fate would have it, he met many would-be successful artists at Woodstock, including Bonnie Raitt and what would become Lynyrd Skynyrd. At that point, Stephen was hooked. He says that he's performed the world over in front of tens of thousands, and he's worked as an artist, manager, producer, VP of a major label located in Nashville. I'm telling you, he's done it all. However, over the years, his first love has always been as a creator of music, writing thousands of songs. Seriously, thousands of songs. He's worked with Duran Duran, Dr. Hook, Bad Company, Rick Springfield, Hank Williams Jr. Talk about a variety. You want to go on? Vince Gill, Ozzy, Grand Funk, ABBA, Marilyn Manson. How many people do you know that can go from ABBA to Marilyn Manson? Toby Keith and more. And he's on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown line. Stephen Wrench. How you doing, Stephen?
Hey, pretty good. How you doing?
Well, at Boston College, you must have been a pretty good football player.
Actually, I was pretty good. Yeah, I had 5 football scholarships and ended up hitchhiking around the country for about 9 months with Bonnie Raitt before anybody knew who she was, and playing for tips in a hat. So,
well, we're thankful
don't
that
regret it.
we're thankful for that little, mud scene up in New York called Woodstock, because it pretty much brought you into the music world for good, huh?
It sure did. That's for sure. So,
talk about that. You mentioned meeting Bonnie Raitt there and Lynyrd Skynyrd. I can't even imagine what that scene was like. Give us your perspective.
it was just a bunch of dirty old hippies. We were dirty, filthy, and hungry, and high most of the time. And
but not you, Stephen.
The guys who became Skynyrd wrote me a letter about a year later. It says, "Come to Jacksonville. We're forming a band." I said, "Okay." So I've been here ever since. So,
Wow, what a story. So watching some of the performers at Woodstock, Stephen, Who really hit you on stage? Who really had a huge impact on you?
Are you asking me to remember Woodstock?
You're like Elvis. Stephen, he wasn't there. Well, I don't know.
Probably Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Janis Joplin was good too, but drunk.
That's when she was at her best, right?
Yeah, she did that well. Terry Nails, a friend of mine, who was with Ozzy, he played with her quite a bit in the early days. And, she was a hoot, I got to tell you. She really was.
Stephen, you've done it all. I mean, producing and managing and performing and record executive. Not everybody in the music industry has done so much and worn so many hats. Talk about that.
Well, you have to keep your sanity. You know, everybody that I played with is now dead. Okay? So I'm still alive. You know, I mean, I didn't do the 3-foot-long lines of cocaine and then chug a quart of whiskey afterwards. So, you know, like other people did that never made it to 350. So,
do you think that was one of the benefits of getting out of performing and more into the management side? Is that it kind of gave?
I've gotten in and out of it because I needed to. And I'll give you an example. I have a good friend, Banner Thomas, who founded Molly Hatchet. And during the Ed Sullivan Show, you know, they had TV shows, they had a lot of time. And he knew that when they finished 20 seconds early, and they had nothing to do with the 20 seconds because they were doing too much cocaine, says, I'm either going to have to quit or I'm going to die. So, he quit. So,
boy, you have worked with some of the greats. When you bring up Molly Hatchet, just my opinion, Flirting with Disaster and Beating the Odds, and I love that Southern Fried stuff. Has that always been your favorite type of music?
Not really. I mean, I've wrote a lot of stuff with Banner, and I write with a lot of people. It gives you different influences, and I like everything. I mean, I do, you know, if you go to my personal side, I've got a lot of country, a lot of adult contemporary. I don't care what genre it is. I just like to write music and create it. Well, I've worked with a lot of people on their albums, producing them, and from Travis Tritt to Hank to you name it. So, it's all music. It's all creativity.
Stephen, are you more proud of the end result when you're performing a song as the artist or when you're producing the song?
Probably producing, because if I'm producing my own music, I take it from nothing and produce it. And that's what I'm probably the most proud of. And right now I'm performing with a guy that actually played guitar on that song. His name is Paul Tyler, and he was a young kid at that time. And he used to come around Spinnerd and Hatchet and play with us guys here and there. And I just met up with him again, and I thought it had been 6 or 7 years, but come to find out it's been 17 years since I saw the guy. And man, he could play his ass off. I should say that on the radio, should I?
Yeah. And so can you, Stephen. You are in our top 10 countdown this week with Smokin' Token Rollin' Man. I think I can figure out what this song is about, but you tell us.
Yeah, I wrote that song about a year after I attended Woodstock and forgot about it. I forgot about it until almost the year 2000 when I was doing a gig in, I think it was Greenville, South Carolina with Bad Company. And I asked to be out on stage by myself in a chair with nobody else there, and then bring the band in. And all of a sudden, I started out playing this thing, and everybody, 10,000 people became silent. I said, oh, crap. This is going to be a bomb. But before the band even came in, everybody stood up with their lighters and started cheering. I said, yep, I got something here. I think I'll record it. So,
Stephen, when you say that you wrote that a year after Woodstock and then you forgot about it, literally, you could forget about it because we didn't have all the electronic media and storage devices in those days. Did you just keep it in your head and it just kind of came out on stage, or did you keep the lyrics in a drawer?
I write stuff on paper, and I've got, I don't know, I've never counted 20, 30,000 songs. I have no idea. You know, I'll write stuff, and I've got books and books and books and stuff. Just I wrote down.
Do you ever think that just a number one song could be sitting there in your storage somewhere?
Yes.
Jeez.
And I think you interviewed somebody a little while ago, Sarah Spicer from New Zealand. I wrote a song called Don't Try Telling to My Heart. And she came from New Zealand to Nashville and walked in the studio sick and listened to the song twice and said, could I give it a go? Which I'm going to release it early next year. That's just killer. I mean, but you never know in music. You know, you never know until you get in the studio if you have something or you don't. And I've had stuff that I thought was great. I go in the studio and it's just crap. But you just don't know. You just keep creating. I mean, there's something in me. I just keep writing and creating, and what comes out, comes out. And I write in all genres. I mean, rock, hard rock, country, you name it. Writing anything. So.
Well, with the live reaction you got off Smokin' Token Rollin' Man, I have a feeling this is going to be a good one. Let's hear some Stephen Wrench at number 5 on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. Here he is, Stephen Wrench with Smokin' Token Rollin' Man.
Oh, well, let's stick some self together. 2 zigzags. Well, then it takes a pinch of weed right out of his bag. Oh, well, lights it up. Well, that takes a toke. Well, then it feels so good, I don't know why they call it dope. Well, he's a smoking, token, rolling man. I said it gets high, oh, it can. Well, he's a smoking, token, smoking, token, rolling man. Well, it takes a toke and it holds it all in. Less than out and all comes a grin. Holds it all in till he turns red. When it lets it out, it's talking out of his head. Well, he's a smoking, token, rolling man. Gets high all he can. He's a smoking, token, rolling man. Zigzags. Takes a pinch of weed right out of his bag. Lights it up, takes a toke. Feels so good, I don't know why they call it dope. Well, he's a smoking, token, rolling man. Get high all he can. He's a smoking, token, rolling man. Well, he's a smoking, token, rolling man. Yeah, he's a smoking, token, rolling man. Said he's a smoking, token. I said a smoking, token, rolling. I said a smoking, token, rolling. Smoking, token, rolling man.
Wow. Let me tell you something. You earn a voice like that. It just doesn't happen. That just comes from experience. And guitar player, whoa, Stephen Wrench. By the way, Stephen has been instrumental in helping us get radio airplay for World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown stuff. So, you know, as I mentioned at the top of the show, we're being heard in Argentina, Australia, Canada, Italy, Netherlands, New Zealand, Nicaragua, the UK, and the US, of course. And Stephen Wrench is one of the big supporters of World Music Stage, and we certainly appreciate that. Moving into the top 4.
World Music Stage Radio. Top 10 Countdown. Song number 4.
Oh, you're going to like this stuff. Jerry Bogan. West Texas singer-songwriter Jerry Bogan rocks the country sound. His recent release, Let It Rain, has recently been nominated for a Grammy. Yeah, Jerry! Song was #1 on the DRC Indie chart for 3 weeks this year. On the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown line, Jerry Bogan. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Dave. How are you, man?
Well, I'm doing great. You're calling from Texas, correct?
Yes, and it's kind of ironic. The man you just interviewed, Stephen Wrench, is actually my producer. He produced this song that you're about to listen to, "Let It Rain," and he's just a great talent. I'm so blessed to have met him, and he's tough in the studio though. He works you like a rented mule. He's a tough guy to be around, I tell you, but he gets the best out of you, and he's an amazing. He's an amazing man to be around and listen to all of his stories. It's just crazy. Yeah,
he's a true influencer in the industry. And Jerry, it's too bad that you don't have a better voice for radio, you know?
Thanks a lot. I appreciate
that. So you're in Midland, Texas, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am. That's where I'm based out of. That's where I live. And but I'm we're starting to play other parts of the country. Hopefully next year we'll be touring pretty heavy. And hopefully Stephen was telling me we might be going to Australia and New Zealand and then on to Europe.
Wow.
Maybe possibly next year and things like that. And so I'm really excited about the future. And this song is really opening the door. And speaking, let me say one more thing about Mr. Wrench. Actually, I've got a song coming out the first part of next year that he wrote. It's called "Can You Feel Me Love You?" It's on my album, and it's a beautiful song. It's, in my opinion, just the greatest song ever written, period. And I'm so blessed that he actually handed me this song and told me that he asked me if I would sing it. Basically, he told me I was going to sing it, but he did it in a real nice kind of way.
How do you say no to Stephen Wrench, right?
Yeah. He said, "Oh, by the way, this is the song you're going to sing." So I was like, okay. And but he put together some of the greatest players in Nashville, and we cut 10 songs there the last part of last year, and I'm just crazy. And "Let It Rain" came out to be it just came together so well. We decided to release it first. And we released it at the first of this year, and it's done really well for us, and I'm real excited about it, and I'm excited about next year as well. And just everything's just kind of fallen into place. We recorded at Omni Music Studio, and which George Strait owns, and he kind of just worked us in between sessions, and because I had kind of a tight budget, and Stephen helped me out quite a bit with that, and we just got like the top players. Molly Cherry Holmes plays strings, and she also does the harmony work on the song you're about to listen to, and she's just an incredible talent in and of herself. She's going to be a superstar.
Yeah,
I think Stephen's trying to sign her right now. As a matter of fact, she does all the string work and the harmony on "Let It Rain" and next year's song as well. But I was just in awe to be around that kind of talent for a week. It was an amazing, fun time.
Yeah, when you mention, Texas and Midland, Texas, and George Strait, of course, being from Texas, Texas is such a big state that one state alone geographically has so many different influences, and I'm sure that West Texas is the same way, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm not very far from Lubbock, which was, Waylon's stomping ground. He's from that area, and there's just so much. There's a lot of venues to play. There's tours set up to play just Texas. from San Antonio to up through Dallas and Austin and all through there, and just a lot of venues to play. A lot of honky tonks. If you the trick to playing in Texas is just to keep everybody dancing. And that's that way you don't get shot. Yeah,
that's
you get paid, tips. Maybe. Yeah. And I was reading somewhere where you're doing some live shows yourself, Dave. So hey, man, if you need a bass player, call me. I can play a little bass.
Oh, Jerry, you're way above me, man. You're way above me.
No. Hey, man, just give me a free T-shirt. That's all I need. I'll be there.
No, with you, I'd be out punting my coverage. I guarantee you. Congratulations on your success, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. And he is at #4 on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown from Midland, Texas. And off the album Kiss You All the Time, Jerry Bogan. and Let It Rain.
I can hear her call my name at least 1,000 times a day. I can feel the time and space with memories of yesterday. Let it rain. And when I see her now, she doesn't even know me now. Nothing there but shame, where there used to be a diamond ring. Let it rain. Have you ever known true love, then watched it walk away? Felt the pain of a setting sun, wished it all just go away. Let it rain. Fragments of my life appear through the fog and through the tears. So many things that I would change if I could just turn back the years. Let it rain. Have you ever known true love, then watched it walk away? Felt the pain of setting sun, wished it all just go away. Let it rain. Let it rain. Let it rain. Let it rain.
Wow. Boy, you can feel it when he sings that song, can't you? Jerry Bogan. I am a fan. That was absolutely terrific. All right, moving on to number 3.
World Music Stage Radio. Top 10 Countdown. Song number 3.
Stevie Beats. Remember Stevie Beats? I want to say maybe the first week that we ever did a World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. I think it was the very first week of June, that Stevie Beats was featured. Perfect name for one of the top drummers in the industry. When he was only 15 years old, his teen R&B band, Devotion, had a top 20 Billboard dance hit. His solid Bronx drumming backbeat has powered several big-name acts like Sarah Dash of LaBelle and more. In fact, he was also a drummer for platinum vocalists such as Natalie Cole. Extensive world touring has brought him to a ton of large venues all over the world. During that time, he shared the stage with a bunch of classic funk bands, including Kool and the Gang, Chic, the Isley Brothers, and the Gap Band. How much fun is that? Stevie is a multi-talented songwriter, producer, even producing music for the major Nintendo 64 video games. Yeah! Stevie is also the CEO of his music label, Unrota Music Works, which has a ton of new releases produced and composed by Stevie and his wife, vocalist Lori Rose. In fact, you're going to hear Lori Rose right now. because at number 3 on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown, Stevie Beats features Lori Rose with Let's Party.
Get on your feet, dance to the beat, rock it to the rhythm, right
think the name of that song is Let's Party. It's going to be stuck in my brain all day now. By the way, is there dancing allowed in the studio? Because all the ladies in here are dancing. The mirror ball is distracting me in the smoke machine. But yeah, that's a good time tune. And it brings us up to the top 2.
World Music Stage Radio. Top 10 Countdown. Song number 2.
From New Delhi, Punk H. That's how it's spelled. P-U-N-K-H. Punk. P-U-N-K-H. From New Delhi, India. Rock and metal fusing grunge and rap and electronic music with classical Indian sitar hooks. Yeah, you throw it all in there together and you got it. EMI Virgin Records India released the band's debut and self-titled album, and they were later featured on an international compilation album by EMI Music France and the compilation album India Rocks Volume 1 by Virgin Music. As you can tell, they're doing pretty good, huh? The second album saw a digital release just a few years ago, and they are on fire right now. And on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown line, the lead singer and founder, Dean. Hey, Dean, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. Dave.
What time is it in New Delhi right now?
It's 5:32 a.m.
And you're getting up early for us. I love it. Thank you.
No, I haven't slept.
Oh, okay, so you haven't been to bed yet. Did you guys have a gig? Did you guys have a gig last night? Was that it?
No. I usually get to bed by 6 in the morning, I guess.
Okay.
We work at night. Don't worry.
What's the weather report from India? Hot, right?
No, we're supposed to be having monsoons right now. So yeah, it's been pretty wet. Sticky when it doesn't rain, but yeah, it's raining
well,
in Delhi.
Being from Arizona, we know all about the monsoon, so we can relate. Hey, I want to get the pronunciation of your group correct. P-U-N-K-H. Give me the pronunciation.
It's punk.
Okay.
Punk in Hindi would mean wings. That's the direct translation. So and it's easy with P-U-N-K and then the H. So so it kind of works out.
Talk about crossing over with an India music base. Is that important to you to cross over to different types of music?
This was never a conscious effort. It was just we wanted to bring in a guitar player, a bass player, a drummer, a vocalist, and then we just bought a sitar player. And we said, this is how we jam. And if there's anything you can play over this. So that's how it happened, and then we just picked out hook lines and then, we worked around it. So because, we thought that having the sitar would just, give us that little edge, and we wanted to have something Indian going. So, the sitar came easiest because we knew a sitar player who wanted to jam up with us. That's how it happened.
So, Dean, to be quite honest with you, I'm not that familiar with the sitar as an instrument. Obviously, it's in the string guitar family. How much different is it than playing a guitar? And would it be fairly easy for a guitar player to try to cross over to playing the sitar?
First of all, the sitar has got 12 strings, and it takes a hell of a lot of time to tune it up. And I see my sitar play. It's easy for him though, because and it's passed on from generation because his father is a renowned sitar player. Secondly, it's got no frets, So there you go. So it's more like an upright bass, and or a violin. And it's intricate, and the strumming is different. So yeah, if a guitar player wants to, he'll have to sacrifice his fingers because you get a lot of wounds when you strum. You keep having these Facebook photographs of my sitar player where he puts up his wounds.
I think it's a really cool instrument though. So when you're saying there's no effects, there's no whammy bar on a sitar. There's no volume controls. There's no echoes. It is what it is, right? It's a very pure instrument, isn't it?
Yeah, but we we are using, he goes through his own mixer and he is using a little bit of effects, just at times. But, that's just to get the sound through sometimes, otherwise the sitar can be drowned by the electric guitars or something, on stage. So that, we need him to cut through. So he uses a little three-channel mixer.
Mm-hmm.
Has its own volume control, and so that yeah.
I had a friend tell me that a sitar is a really expensive instrument. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is. It is. Again, it goes by the kind of wood, just like your guitar. You can but again, You may find a cheap electric guitar here or there, but a sitar, they may make fewer sitars than guitars, I guess, so yeah.
Dean, how come you speak such great English?
Thank you. It's been thanks to listening to great music you've been playing all along on all these years, and yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So do you sing in both English and Indian?
Pardon?
Can you sing in both English and Indian?
Yes, that is because I think most of if you're a band from India, I guess the first 15 or 14 years of your life you end up playing a lot of cover music, because I guess only original music just started getting recognition maybe in the last 5 or 6 years, but otherwise you were playing for you were either we were an AC/DC cover band for that matter of fact.
Really?
So I guess yeah. So if you listen to my song, maybe later you may be able to figure out that, hey, yeah, there's a little bit of Brian Johnson going on there.
I want to hear Back in Black or Highway to Hell on the sitar. That's great.
We do Thunderstruck with the sitar, by the way. Yeah, sounds great.
All right, checking in from India. And thanks again, because I know it's awful early there. At number 2 on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown, from India, Punk and Karma.
जैसा करे वैसा भरे ये कैसा मेल है ये जिंदगी तेरी मेरी किस्मत का खेल है हर पाप और हर पुण्य का ये कैसा मेल है कोई सेठ है कोई भूखे पेट है कोई माहिर है कोई काफिर है हम सब मुसाफिर है ये जिंदगी तेरी मेरी किस्मत का खेल है हर पाप और हर पुण्य का ये कैसा मेल है
How cool is that? Have I mentioned how much I love hosting this countdown? Think about it. I mean, what countdown? Just today alone. You know, you get to talk with one of the big music influencers in the entire industry, and Stephen Wrench. And then I'm talking to Punk from New Delhi at 5:30 in the morning about how to put a sitar in rock and roll. It's just such an honor. So much fun. Thanks again to Dean for waking up so early in India. And that brings us to number 1.
World Music Stage Radio. Top 10 Countdown. Song number 1.
Well, there's another connection in India. Born in 1950 in Calcutta, Rhett May. He was immersed in a musical melting pot. I mean, you name it, he was influenced by it. The cinemas, okay, in India, they featured musical movies from the Monkees and Cream, Jimi Hendrix and Elvis, and Ricky Nelson's pop sound. The 60s also got Rhett hooked on bands like the Yardbirds and Steppenwolf, the Beatles, Herman's Hermits, and more. Rhett left his native India in 1969 and would start his music career anew in Australia. And in the 70s, Rhett's groups opened for bands like Queen and Ray Charles. Wow. Rhett's success was about to be changed forever by Saturday Night Fever. The disco era came just too suddenly, and it would force Rhett and his bandmates to move out of music. Why? Because the gigs dwindled. I mean, almost overnight, and a lot of rock bands will tell you that. You know, they went from 13 gigs a week to maybe one a month, and the dance floors became filled with DJs and disco lights. Rhett's musical career was about to be turned upside down. Well, then you fast forward 30 years. Yeah, go 3 decades down the road. And Rhett is now a resident of Australia, living by the beach in Black Rock, Melbourne. His passion and creativity has never been stronger. He has returned with a vengeance. Latex Lady is the first of 6 singles from his latest 13-track album, Creatures of the Night. And he's come back with such a vengeance that he's at number 1 on the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. Rhett May off Creatures of the Night with Latex Lady.
Same time every day, walking by my window, watch her hips sway. Lunchtime excursions to who knows where. Latex lady, legs up to there. She looks like a star about to take center stage. Walks like an animal, strutting round in its cage. Skirts short and tight, like a shimmering skin. Latex lady, occupation discipline. Latex lady, occupation discipline. Latex lady, occupation discipline. If you've a stiff upper lip from the stiff upper crust, love-rattling chains, dark corridors of lust. She'll fill you with pleasure, crawl under your skin. Latex lady, occupation discipline. Latex
Number 1 on the countdown this week, Rhett May of Creatures of the Night and Latex Lady. Whew, what a countdown today. And 5 big interviews, and they were all awesome. And there they are. This week's Top 10 in the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown, heard every week right here on Star Worldwide Networks. We're so proud of this show, and we want to encourage you all week long to go to worldmusicstage.com. That is where you support the world's greatest indie music. There is no site better for indie music in the entire world. From New Delhi to Australia to the United Kingdom to Canada to Italy to Nicaragua to the UK to the US, there is no site better that brings the indie world together more than worldmusicstage.com. That is your home base, and that's where you download your favorite artists. It's less than $1 to get the greatest songs that you're hearing every week on the Top 10 Countdown. That's how you support the artist. That's how you get them on the countdown, and that's how you support indie music. This week, go to worldmusicstage.com to hear the greatest indie music in the world and to support your favorite indie artists. I'm Dave Pratt, and hey, if you don't deserve it, who does?
Thanks for listening to the World Music Stage Radio Top 10 Countdown. Breaking the sound barrier with your Top 10 Weekly from worldmusicstage.com. Join us where indie music comes alive at worldmusicstage.com. That's worldmusicstage.com.